Can you build muscle at any age? I would love to spend the next 3 or 4 minutes explaining that you can definitely build muscle at any age. And I'm going to explain the process just for you to go away today with hope and to keep on doing your training, doing your exercises, doing your activity. Keep doing what you're doing because you can maintain and continue to build muscle. So, the first step we want to think about, this is my jet lag drawing of a bicep. We want to think about the initial part, right, which is lifting, moving, activity. We want some level of activity on your muscles, on your joints, on your fibers to adapt. And we do that through either lifting a weight, lifting a dumbbell, a kettlebell, a barbell, machines at the gym, or in a lot of cases, if you're new to training, through body weight, you can get enough stimulus in the muscle to create adaptation. So the first step we want to think about is there has to be some activity, there has to be some movement going into the muscle fibers in order for the next step to occur. So once you've lifted, once you've moved, now we need to create enough tension. We have mechanosensors in your muscle fibers that will detect stress, will detect tension. If there's not enough tension, if there's not enough stress going into the muscle, then the muscle won't really adapt. Uh, it won't really adapt. So we want to create enough tension through the weight we're lifting, through the movements that we're doing, body weight, in order for this process to now start making momentum or gaining momentum. So there needs to be enough tension. So when you lift a weight, when you do that body weight push up, when you do your body weight squats nice and slow, when you do your leg extension machine at the gym, you're creating tension, your mechanosensors and your muscle fibers, molecular machines are picking up that. And boom, there's the first step. It's like a communication. Well, it's a communication from the weight, from your movement to the muscles that said, hey, oh, wait, something's going on here. We detect something. We detect stress, we detect tension. And if you continue going into that tension, into that stress, now we have adaptation. So the next step is creating enough tension in the muscle fibers in order for the next step to occur, which is kind of what I just mentioned. Mechanosensors detect what's happening, which starts the process up. And then we go into the process even more of protein synthesis and creating muscle building essentially. And this is the next step, which is step 4, mTOR pathway. Think of mTOR pathway as a signaling pathway that just says to your muscle fibers, hey, start cranking up the protein synthesis. Things are happening here. We've made the first step, we've moved. There's been enough tension into this. Mechanosensors, molecular machines in the muscle fibers are saying, hey, we're looking good here, we're looking good. So let's start this signaling pathway to crank up protein synthesis, which is step 5, which is that muscle growth protein synthesis. Essentially, now we're going to start building our body. Now we're going to start building the muscle fibers. Now we're starting to create little micro tears in the muscles. So when you're training, let's say you've been doing shoulder raises or squats, each rep that you do, as long as there's enough tension, there's breakdown of muscle fibers. It's catabolic, it's breaking down in order to build up. So actually we're breaking down right now in order, eventually, I'll get onto that step, for us to build back up, to create bigger muscles, to create more muscle fibers. So that's the step to get to this point of things are happening. But this is the first step. Well, they're the first 5 steps. And now what we want to do is to support everything that we've been doing at home, everything that you've been doing in the gym, all of your hard work with your reps, with your sets. Now we want to create enough support for all of this to be as efficient, to grow, to replenish as much as we can. And that's where we must support through adequate protein, through getting enough protein in your diet. And there's many opinions on how much protein you should consume, whether it's 1 pound per pound of body weight. So essentially, if you're a 100-pound person, you consume 1 gram, which you'd have 100 pounds of protein per day. You can go down the road in working in kilograms, which is around 1.2 to 1.5. A lot of people say much more, especially as we age. 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram body weight. So if you were 80 kilograms, if you were 70 kilograms, you would times 1.2 or 1.5 if you want to go on the higher end, and then you get a number of how many grams of protein that you would have per day. But at the end of this video, I'm going to recommend one video which will support everything I've been speaking about today. Today's message is just giving you that hope and drive to keep going. And then we'll get on to the practical stuff with the video I'll recommend. So adequate amounts of protein, because protein, amino acids, there are building blocks. That's how we replenish. We've done the stimulus, we've done the tension. Now we must rebuild that tension through adequate support, through protein. And then rest, sleep. Sleep is so important, especially getting that stage 3 sleep, which is the stage where our cells produce the most human growth hormone. Human growth hormone is there to rebuild, to replenish, to restore, to build back up everything we've been doing. And getting enough sleep is so, so important for that. And if we flip that, if you don't get enough sleep, then we don't have the mechanics, probably not the best word, we don't have the materials on board to build up, so we could actually go down the road of muscle loss. So sleep, adequate protein, rest, creating enough tension, believing that you can do this and not giving up on your training, on your exercise, you can 100% maintain your muscle mass, but more importantly, keep building your muscle, keep growing your muscle, and keep you doing the things that you love to do in your life, your activities, your daily tasks, your hobbies, the things that you enjoy. So if you were doubting yourself that, it's too late for me, it's not too late. I promise, through the science here, you can 100% maintain and continue building your muscles. So don't give up. And like I said, as the practical part of this, I'll recommend this video here, which I'll share movements to begin, exercises to begin this step, to create enough tension, exercises that you can use to take away. And then on that video, I recommend where to begin with your protein. So hopefully what I'm doing here is giving you all the tools to keep doing what you're doing. And if you haven't started, maybe this is a great video to get you started as well, get you into the training to keep building your muscle up. So I hope today was helpful, and the video that I recommend is here if you want to watch that straight after this, and please subscribe as well. I hope this short clip was helpful. Keep at it. Keep at it.